Unbrick Me here with a look at 10 LEGO Technic sets that need to get remade. All of these contain legendary features. These are in no particular order. Without any further ado, let's begin. The first set that needs to get remade is the 8043 motorized excavator. This set is the perfect representation of LEGO Technic. This set uses a gearbox to control 6 different functions with only 4 motors. On top of that, there is zero empty space in the superstructure since everything is filled up completely by various mechanisms. Since all of the motors are in the top superstructure and it needs to control the 2 tracks independently, it uses a clever building technique to transfer 2 independent motions through the center of a single turntable. You have one central axle as well as a combination of driving rings surrounding the axle responsible for the second motion. This set is exactly what all LEGO Technic models should be like. It's got the awesome challenging building, the mechanisms, the functionality, the authenticity, and much more. In a remake, this set should use 4 large motors instead of the medium ones, as well as a Control Plus hub. That would make the excavator bigger and would probably result in some empty space in the superstructure, but the main advantage of using large motors over medium ones would be the added torque, meaning the excavator would be able to actually dig some dirt or a bunch of LEGO pieces without any problems. LEGO Technic is such a fascinating theme, and if you'd like to uncover all the secrets of LEGO Technic, then make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. No pressure though, no pressure. At number 9, we have the LEGO Technic Space Shuttle set number 8480. This was actually the first LEGO Technic set to introduce the distribution gearbox. You could use just a single motor for a variety of different independently controlled functions. On top of that, this set included a micro motor for the satellite. This motor could be used in a variety of applications, such as opening garage doors in system sets. Furthermore, this set included fiber optics for the engines, and they looked absolutely incredible. If this set were remade, I really hope that the micromotor would be brought back for the satellite. There should be a lot more LEGO Technic space sets. Just imagine if we got a LEGO Technic version of the Mars Perseverance rover. That would be epic! Next up is the LEGO Technic Telehandler set number 8295. This set was released in 2008 and it was upgradable with the Power Functions accessory box. This telehandler contains some pretty advanced mechanisms for just $90. When the mobile crane of 2010 was remade, it completely lacked any advanced mechanisms such as a gearbox due to the lack of an accessory box. Because there is no powered-up motor set, the telehandler would not be upgradable. So, if this 2008 telehandler were remade, it should include a battery box as well as a motor right out of the box in order to maintain all of those advanced mechanisms. The telehandler really is one of the best sets of all time, and I definitely hope that we get another large-scale version of this set. At number 7, we have the Power Puller set number 8457. Since LEGO Technic has been recently making a bunch of cars, they should be a lot more like the Power Puller instead of the Porsche RSR. The Power Puller set contains some quite rare tires since they actually have the Technic Power prints on them. I greatly appreciate how you could rebuild the engine into a variety of different configurations. On top of that, the Power Puller had a very interesting motorized setup. Essentially, there would be a sliding battery box and it would start at the end of the car. As the car moved forward, the battery box would slide forward and the car would stop when the battery box reached the end. This set is just fantastic, and maybe it should be fully remotely controlled if it gets remade. Next up is the LEGO Technic Search Sub set number 8299. This is the only submarine that has ever been made in LEGO Technic. I greatly appreciate that this set not only includes pneumatics, but it also comes with an air tank. That's right, prior to using the submarine, you can simply pump air into the tank and then get a lot of uses with the pneumatic claw without having to constantly pump the airflow. I think that the pneumatic air tank should always be included in manual sets like the 4128 heavy-duty tow truck. If this set were remade, I think it should adopt a red and lime color scheme, much like all of the 2010 LEGO Atlantis vehicles. At number 5, we have the LEGO Technic Control Center 2 set number 8485. This set came with 3 motors, and it was the perfect predecessor to the LEGO Mindstorms RCX. You had 3 different models, my favorite of them being the helicopter. You could control the pitch, roll, elevation, and the activation of the rotors. You could even make basic programs on the control center. It was a phenomenal set. The dinosaur uses many clever building techniques, and there is actually a life-size version of the dinosaur at the Legoland Windsor Resort. I also vaguely remember seeing this exact dinosaur at Legoland California, but I cannot be certain. Here we have the pneumatic pack set number 5218. This was a very nice way of getting pneumatics at a cheap price, very similar to the Power Functions accessory box. Much like the motor set, the pneumatic pack was used to upgrade certain LEGO Technic sets. You could pair it with the legendary 4x4 off-roader set number 8466 to give it a pneumatic crane along with an air tank. You could also upgrade a similar set called the Extreme Off-roader with a pneumatic pack. LEGO should definitely bring back the pneumatic upgradability to their modern sets. Just imagine being able to place a pneumatic crane onto the Mercedes-Benz Zetros trial truck. That would be epic! At number 3 we have the LEGO Technic robot of 1987. This is such an awesome and unique transformer set. That's right, it's able to fold into a car. I really hope that we get something like this in the future. The B model of this robot is fantastic, and you're actually able to motorize it with a 4.5-volt motor. Next up is the Barcode Multi-Set of 1997. This is the only garbage truck we got in LEGO Technic as a main model. This set came with a programmable code pilot brick to scan various barcodes. In one mode, the code pilot would change the engine sound to match the speed of the truck. It knew how fast the truck went due to the code pilot sensor being placed right above the timing gear. This is the only set to have ever appeared with the white version of the 8-tooth timing gear, making it one of the rarest LEGO Technic gears of all time. This is similar to how rotation sensors work in modern LEGO motors, and so the Barcode Multi-Set gave insight into how they work. If the set gets remade, it needs to use the powered-up color and distance sensor to detect the speed of the truck. Also, the sensor could be used to scan barcodes just like the original model. Before I reveal the number 1 pick, I'd like to give an honorable mention to the Auto Engine set. You could build 4 different engines with the set: the inline engine, boxer engine, V6 engine, as well as the 2-cycle engine. This was a wonderful set. You could even motorize these engines with a 4.5-volt motor or connect it to the car chassis, which brings us to number 1. At number 1 we have the car chassis. Although the original version was remade in 1980, it's been more than 4 decades since then. As a result, I think that there should be a third car chassis. The set should feature the most advanced mechanisms ever, such as a 16-speed transmission. If we actually got a remake of the car chassis, do you think it should use the old studded Technic style or the modern studless beams? Please let me know down in the comments below, as I'm very curious to hear your opinion. If you would like to know what the worst remakes in LEGO Technic are, then click on the video right over here. This is your Unbreaking here, and I'll see you in the next one.